Okay, hey guys, how's everybody doing today? It's Miss Lynda again, and I thought today I was going to bake. So it's a little rainy and cold out, so I figured it would be a good day to bake a cake. And so I thought, let me share that with you guys. So we're going to make today a Jello Poke Cake. I thought that sounded like fun, Jello Poke Cake. So first thing we're going to do is go pans. I like to use a round front pan, or you can use a square pan, whatever you like. You take a little bit of butter, and we're going to grease the pan because you don't want the cake to stick to the pan. So I'm going to grease it all up with some butter. Okay, get some more butter. This pan's a little tricky because it has some grooves in it, but so I have to make sure I get the butter inside all these grooves. Get this way, one way this way, and then a little bit more butter, and around the sides. Make sure we get all them spots because you don't want the cake to stick to the pan. That would be good. Okay. So now we have that all greased up with the butter. And we're going to take a little bit of flour and dust the pan with the flour. So dust this thing. This we put in the middle, and it makes a hole in the middle of the cake. It's called a bundt cake, this pan, and it's got these different shapes. Okay, so now we greased and buttered the pan, and this goes in the middle. Okay, that's done. And now get a cake. Just buy a box of cake mix. This is yellow cake. And you follow the directions in the back of the box. So first what we do is empty the cake mix into a large bowl. And then the directions on the back has you putting in 3 eggs. Let's put in 3 eggs. So you crack the egg on the side, like so. You don't want to have any eggshells in your cake. So lots of times when you're first learning how to do that, instead of breaking the egg right into the cake mix, you can get a cup and break the egg into the cup first. Then this way you can check before you put it into the cake mix. Make sure there are no eggshells. The last thing we want is eggshells in our cake, right? Okay, next we need to add a cup of water. And I always use cold water. If anything calls for hot water, I boil it because your cold water is cleaner. Your hot water is water that's in your hot water through your hot water tank. And you usually always use cold water. So it says 1 cup of water. So I measured one cup on here. Pour that in the cake mix, and then we need a half a cup of vegetable oil. So we got our oil. And once again, use your measuring cup, and you pour in a half a cup of oil. Okay, all right. So, and then that goes into the cake mix. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is mix up the cake mix. So I have a hand mixer that I always use. used to be my mom's old one, so I like to use it. And same thing with my cake pan. Just a little sentimental. That means that uh, you're a little favorite towards a certain item. It means something to you, whether it was someone else long ago that gave it to you, and you keep it, and it's called being sentimental reasons, just because it means a lot to you who gave this to you. So there's a new word for you, sentimental. All right, so now we're going to mix our cake. Okay, and it's going to get a little loud. Well, let's put it in, right? Silliness. There we go. We're going to mix it up. It says to mix it for about 2 minutes. You want to make sure it's all off the bottom and the sides. So you use a plastic spatula to scrape the bowl as you're mixing. This way nothing stays on the bottom or the sides of the cake bowl. Once you see no lumps, no cake mix, nice and creamy, then you know it's done. Nice to bake when it's not, the weather's not nice outside. Okay. Okay. Now we have to rinse off our heater because we want to use them again. All right. So now the next thing we do, move this out of the way, put it over here, and baking pan that we greased with butter and flour. We're going to pour the mix into the pan. You might need help with this because it's a little heavy and it's hard to go around it. So you might need a little help with this. Maybe using the mixer. You pour all the batter into the pan. Go around it so it's even. Now, I'm going to use our spatula because there's still a lot of cake mix in there. Just scrape out into the pan. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to wash my hands a little bit. Okay. All right. So now we have our cake mix in the pan. And directions say to bake for 38 to 43 minutes at 350 degrees. So I had set my oven for 350 degrees, and you should always turn your oven on and let it preheat before you cook anything. So this way the heat is evenly distributed throughout the oven and it's not real hot. Okay, so now get your oven mitts And open our oven, and we're going to put the cake in the oven. Now, the trick to having a nice moist cake is to never bake it as long as it tells you on the directions. So I am going to set my kitchen timer for 30 minutes and check it. And one way to know for sure if your cake is done, you get a toothpick or a stirring stick, or a straw you could use, and you just poke the cake and pull it out. And if it comes out clean, then you know your cake is done. If it comes out with cake all stuck to it, then you know it's not done inside. That's a little trick I use. Okay, so we're going to set our timer for 30 minutes. Okay, so that's started. Now, as I said, this is called a Jello Poke Cake. So, ta-da! I know I made this one ahead of time because we don't have time to sit here on the video for a half hour while the cake bakes. So, I'm going to have two cakes. So, I need to find someone that would like a cake. And like I said, this is called a Jello Poke Cake. So, what you do is you get a fork. Now, I have two size forks. A fork like you eat with, and then this is a two prong. These are called prongs, the part of the fork. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4 prongs. This one only has two. This is not one that you eat with. This is one that you would cook with. This is the type of fork that you eat with. And what you're going to do is you're going to poke a hole. Let me just bring this over so you can see it more. There we go. You're going to poke some holes in the cake, about an inch apart. And I'm going to use this size because the hole will go longer into the cake. These are shorter, so the hole won't be as long in the cake. So some of the holes will go down all the way, and some of them will only go part way. Now we're going to use the smaller fork, and in between the holes we made, we're going to dig a hole with this fork. And like I said, this one doesn't go down as far. And you'll see the reason why in a minute. Okay. So now we have two different forks. And what we're going to do is making Jello, but we're going to make some Jello. So I poured the Jello in a bowl. It's just a box. I like strawberry, so I got strawberry. And you open it up, and there's a package of Jello mix in there, somewhere in here. Get it out. There it is. Jello pack. You open it and dump it in the bowl, which I did. Okay. Now, when you make Jello, you use 1 cup of hot water and 1 cup of cold water. Use the hot water first. Like I said, you use a cup. So we will get a measuring cup. So whenever you're cooking or baking, you have to measure. And you have to measure properly because if you don't, then your cake or cupcakes or cookies, whatever you're baking, is not going to turn out right. So you have to always make sure that you read the directions and the ingredients of everything you need. And you always need bowls and mixers and measuring cups for when you're baking or cooking. So it's very important. That's when, with math, when you learn what a quarter cup is and a half a cup, you learn about ounces, 8 ounces, 6 ounces, quarts, gallons. So that's very important if you ever want to cook or make something that you know that. So lots of times you think you don't need to know something that they're teaching, but it does come in handy later on in life. Okay, so just waiting for this water to get hot. I use my tea kettle. So I use the tea kettle. I'm making some hot water. I like Jello. That's something we'll do one day. It's nice. It's fun and easy to make. You make Jello, and I have like ice cube trays and pour the Jello in there and put them in the refrigerator, not the freezer. And then when it hardens and you flip it, it's all little cubes of Jello. And if you make like a couple different colors and mix it up, it looks nice. We'll have to do that one day. Okay, so you hear that? The whistle's blowing on the kettle, so the water's hot. And it said we needed 1 cup. So we're going to go to the 1 cup, measuring cup. There we go. And we pour that into the Jello. And then we need a spoon. And I think I'm going to use my spatula. So we got to clean that. And you guys think there was much baking since you've been home? Okay, so we're going to stir that up so it all dissolves. All that powder with the hot water, it'll make the powder dissolve. So you got to stir it so you get that all dissolved. And that's another part that you're going to need help with from your mom or someone older to make the hot water. You always have to be very careful in the kitchen. Okay, so that looks like it's dissolving pretty good. Look at that, my spatula is turning red from the Jello. Okay, now we need a cup of cold water. Let the water run a little bit, not too much because you don't want to waste the water. Fill that up with a cup of cold water. Then you add the cold water to the jar and you stir that up. Now, we are also going to make our own icing, whipped cream. We're going to use whipped cream, make our own whipped cream for the icing. Okay, so I'm going to just take the Jello and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator just for a few minutes. I don't want it to get hard. I'm sorry about that. Seems like we have no room in the refrigerator because of everybody being home. Everybody wants to eat all the time. Things to eat. So, okay. So now we're going to make our whipped cream. Now, also with that, before we started, I put the bowl in the refrigerator because you want your bowl cold. When you make your whipped cream, it's nice to have them cold, the bowl, okay? And we're going to use our mixer again, so I'm going to have to clean the batter off of it because we can't have that in our whipped cream. So we'll clean that up. And they should be cold too. So what I'm going to do is fill up one of the measuring cups with some cold water. And let them soak in the cold water a minute so they're cold. So it just makes the whipped cream come out a lot better when it's colder than hot. You don't want it in a hot bowl or warm. You want it cold. Okay. And we'll use heavy whipping cream and sugar and vanilla, which I forgot to get out my vanilla extract. Of course, it's all the way up top. I always have trouble reaching things. So we have vanilla extract, our heavy whipping cream, and we need sugar. So I'll get my canister of sugar. Now, let me dry these off. We don't want to use wet ones. My goodness, we'll get electrocuted. Got to make sure these are nice and dry before we put them in the mixer. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to need our measuring cup again. We need follow our directions for the whipped cream. 1 cup of heavy cream. So we'll get our heavy cream. Open that up. And I'm going to maybe make it double. So, because I'm going to have 2 cakes. So what that means is with the recipe for the whipped cream, I'm going to double it, make it 2 times. So the directions call for 1 cup of chilled heavy cream. So I'm going to use 2 cups because I want enough for both cakes. And we'll make them make it all together. So this is 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. That goes into the chill bowl. And then we have put our mixers back in here. Okay, now how much sugar? 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, a tablespoon is bigger spoon, and a littler spoon is a teaspoon. So it says 2. And remember, we're going to double it. So instead of 2, I'm going to do 4 because 4 would be 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tablespoons of sugar. Okay? Let me get rid of this big canister. And put it there. Make sure it's closed so we don't have sugar spilled all over the place. Now, it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're going to put in a whole teaspoon because we are doubling it. So instead of half, we're going to add another half and make it a whole teaspoon. Okay? Because you really never need a lot of vanilla. It's a very strong flavor, vanilla. But very important essential ingredient when you're baking vanilla. Okay, now we are going to clean the spatula off so they don't have any color in our whipped cream. Okay, now what you do is you're going to mix up the heavy cream. Turn it on low first. Make sure it's always on low and make sure it's on off before you plug it in. Okay, so turn that, mix that up, heat it up until it starts to fluff up. Okay, now we're going to turn it up a little bit. I turn the bowl. You can use the mixer or you can use the bowl. Now what's going to happen is it's going to get all fluffy. Keep up. Okay, starting to thicken. Okay, it's starting to peak up. Now, another secret too when you're making whipped cream, you don't want to overbeat it. If you do it for too much, then it's just now look at that. Isn't that great? Look at that. We made our own whipped cream. Okay, so now we're going to put this in the refrigerator for a couple minutes. So we'll get our Jello out. You remember we put the Jello in the refrigerator to make it a little cool. Now, we poked the holes in our cake, right? What we're going to do is we're going to pour the Jello over the cake. So, I am going to get another measuring cup. I want the one with the spout on it. This one has a spout. So I want to use that one. We have to clean that off. All right, I'm going to pour the Jello into that measuring cup. There we go. Okay. Now, I think that'll be a little easier. Now we have to pour, to make sure you're able to see. We're going to pour the Jello over the cake, and it's going to go down into the holes that we poked. So the Jello with the long holes, it'll go all the way down there, and then the other ones will go halfway. And when you cut it, you'll see all the Jello in the cake. So we pour all of it onto this cake. It is a little messy. No matter how much I try, it's still splashing a little. I don't have my apron. I'm going to pour it all on the cake. Make sure you get it all on the cake. Use all of it. Okay? Now there's some on the plate. In fact, I think I'm going to get another plate to put this on. Okay? I think we're going to get a drier plate. It's a lot of Jello. Okay. So, now our cake looks pink. We poured all the Jello on it. So now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for a while. You're supposed to put it in for 3 to 4 hours, but we don't have that much time. So we'll see. Hopefully, when we take that out, you'll be able to see what it looks like. Let me see if I can pull a picture up, just in case. You always have to keep your whipped cream in the refrigerator. Don't let it sit out. It has to be cold whipped cream. So, it did have a picture of it. Jello Poke Cake. Okay, let me see if we can make that bigger. Oh, where'd it go? I guess you could use any flavor or color cake. Jello, I mean. You could use green for St. Patty's Day, and this is what our Jello Poke Cake is going to look like. Hopefully you can see it. Let me see. You can see that. You can see the Jello, how it went into the cake. That didn't turn out too well, that picture, did it? Let me see. And I did buy strawberries. So what we're going to do is put the whipped cream on top and our strawberries. Let's get our strawberries out. It's a messy cake, yeah. Yeah, this was a messy cake to make, at least for me. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but I made a mess with the Jello. That was hard to pour that Jello in there. When it, even using the measuring cup with the spout, it still got all over. Okay, we're going to clean off the mixer. Any cake mix or icing gets on there. And get a dry towel. Minutes for another cake. Oh, I wish we were at school. We could have our cake for a snack, huh? Okay. Away. You always have to clean up, right? Whenever you're cooking or baking, when you're done, you have to clean up the mess, right? Especially with everybody being home, you want to be a help to your mom. Oh, look at my tail. It's all red from the Jello. The next time we do a food, maybe we'll make the Jello. What do you think? We'll make the Jello in the cubes, and I can even go to the store and see if I can find ones that are shaped different than just square ice cubes, and we can make the different color Jello, and also make the whipped cream to put in with it. And homemade whipped cream is the best. I know Cool Whip and other kind that you squirt out is fun, but homemade whipped cream is the best. Okay, so you have to leave the cake in there for 3 to 4 hours so the Jello, uh, as it gets cold in the refrigerator, it will um, form inside the cake because we poured it in as liquid. When we put it in the refrigerator, the cold will make the Jello, you know how it gets all jiggly and gets firmer, and that's what will be in the cake when you slice it open. But we don't have 3 to 4 hours to stand here and wait. So I'm going to take the cake out. Our whipped cream. Here's our whipped cream. And I forgot the strawberries. Yeah, you can buy fresh strawberries, which normally I would do, but I bought all this stuff and I wasn't sure when we would be doing any baking. So the strawberries don't stay for a long time. So I bought some frozen ones. And what we'll do is try to get it open somehow. Huh? My hand's a little slippery. Okay, now we got it. This way we'll have a reusable bag since we won't use them. So I'm just going to put some, we don't need the whole bag, so going to put some in a bowl. And we'll run some cold water over them. They're a little frozen. That's okay. They're actually easier to cut when they're hard. To slice and put on the cake than if they're soft and mushy. But that's good enough. So we have our strawberries. And you need a cutting board to cut the strawberries. All right. Now we're going to put our whipped cream on. Oh. Oh, there's our oven. The cake we put in. So we'll do that. Check our cake that we put in the oven. Use your pot holders. Take it out. Now some people like to push on the top, and if it bounces back up, it springs up, then it's good. Or you can use a toothpick, which I don't have any, I don't believe. I'm going to use a straw, but you can use a toothpick or a straw, and just poke it in the middle of the cake. And when you take it out, see there's nothing on there? That means it's done inside. But if it comes out with all cake stuck to it, then you know it needs to go back in for a few more minutes. Okay? So that looks good. We're going to leave that out to cool. Trying to decide now, who do I give the other cake to? I'll have to see. All right, here's our whipped cream. We're going to put a big glob of it on the top and smush it around. Should be a little colder, so then it would be a lot firmer. But we don't have the time to wait. I should have made some of the whipped cream earlier, huh? And then we could have used that. But this is working okay. And I like a lot of whipped cream. I don't know about you, but I like a lot of whipped cream on the top. Okay. Does that look pretty? And you could do the sides if you want, but I don't really think you need to. Now we're going to take our strawberries and might need a sharper knife. So this is another thing that you're going to need help with. So we're going to slice it in half, and we're going to place it on top of the cake all around. And you can make the slices even thinner if you like. I'll show you. Make a thinner one. You can make them thin to put in the cake too, like so. Maybe we can do that one. Make them a little thinner. And we'll put them in the cake. You like it that way or that way? I think I like it the way we did it. I like it to look like that. Let me fix that hole. Okay. Do you like strawberries? Strawberries are good. And that's what this is sort of like a version of a strawberry shortcake almost. I love strawberry shortcakes. My birthday is in July, 4th of July, and we always have strawberry shortcake. I don't know why, but always. Okay, ta-da! And there you are. Isn't that nice? Now, I'm going to try to cut it because I want to see. I don't think it worked yet, though. I don't think it's been in the refrigerator long enough. But we're going to give it a try. We're going to take a slice out. Oh, yes. See that? Oh, I dropped it. Yeah, it needs to sit. But you can see in the cake that inside the cake, get a big piece. See, inside the cake has the Jello. And as it sits in the refrigerator and gets colder, you'll be able to slice it and it'll stay together. Okay, so we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and that'll be nice for after dinner. It'll be nice and cold. Okay. Here we go. Jello Poke Cake. So let me taste it. That is so good. Our whipped cream turned out really great. Was it nasty? Oh, make a Jello Poke Cake. It's fun and it's easy. Doesn't take too long. And thanks, guys, for sharing this with me. I would have been doing it by myself since we're not allowed to be around anyone. Usually I would have my granddaughter baking with me, but we can't be near anyone right now. Hopefully pretty soon that will end and we can do a baking club at Bruins. I'm hoping we can get that going there somehow. But okay. Once again, thank you guys. Have a good day. I miss you. Be good and make sure you learn something new every day. One thing, no matter what it is, just learn one thing new every day. Okay? Bye bye.